0237 local, Donetsk Oblast, 40 meters underground in a Soviet-era command bunker built to shrug off a 2,000-pound J-dam. Russian Lieutenant General Viktor Morozov sips cold coffee while watching drone feeds of Ukrainian trenches collapsing like wet cardboard. Suddenly, every light dies, emergency red lamps flicker on, and a single Hensoldt Wotan Eye pod slung beneath a Bayraktar TB3 that launched from a cornfield 180 km west paints the air vent shaft with millimeter-wave lidar. Inside the pod, a CRISPR-on-a-chip sequencer sniffs Morozov's epithelial cells drifting up the vent, scores a 99.7% match to DNA scraped from a Chechen mass grave in 2004, and whispers to its loitering munition swarm, "Target confirmed, engage." 10 seconds later, 3 carbon fiber spear drones punch through the vent at Mach 3 and detonate in sequence tungsten shards. Morozov never finishes his coffee. That was strike 1. Strikes 2 and 3 hit simultaneously, 400 kilometers apart. Major General Alexei Volkov in a Luhansk rail tunnel. Major General Sergei the Ghost Kuznetsov in a Crimea villa masquerading as a kindergarten. Same pod tech, same DNA lock, same night. Kiev calls it Operation Valhalla. Moscow calls it Tuesday. Rewind 4 months to a Rheinmetall boardroom in Dusseldorf. CEO Armin Paperger drops a folder stamped Geheim. 200 tissue samples from the Second Chechen War. 400 identified Russian officers. Sequenced by a Max Planck lab in 2006 for war crimes attribution. By 2025, Rheinmetall fuses that dataset to a 35-gram bio-sniffer on a modified Lightning V pod dubbed Wotan Eye. Pizza box size, 1.8 million each, inhales air, runs shotgun metagenomics, cross-references a 128-bit genetic hash against an onboard blacklist, then hands fire control to any NATO loitering munition, range 250 km line of sight, 400 km via mesh relay, false positive rate 0.03%. If your genome is in the box, you're already dead. You just haven't stopped breathing. Ukraine ordered 48 pods hidden inside a Black Sea grain shipment rider. 2 unmarked Antonov 178s landed at Rzeszów, labeled agricultural equipment. First combat test. 1 pod on a TB3 over Bakhmut targeting a Wagner colonel who bragged on Telegram about executing POWs. DNA lifted from a Solidar cigarette butt strike in 11 minutes. Aftermath video viral on Ukrainian Telegram, face blurred, message crystal. Back to the triple play. Donetsk bunker vent was the only soft spot in 3 meters of ferroconcrete. Wotan Eye sniffed skin cells at 0.7 parts per billion. Luhansk rail tunnel pod rode a drone launched from a moving pickup, caught Volkov's unique CYP2D6 mutation traced to his grandmother's Dagestani grave. Crimea villa pod hovered 8 kilometers up, sampled rooftop AC outflow, matched dandruff. All 3 generals dead inside a 40-second window. Kremlin secure phones melted under the traffic. Then this happened. Euro 400 Moscow time, Putin wakes to satellite stills of 3 smoking holes, 3 dead generals, 0 Ukrainian losses. FSB claims biometric countermeasures. Every officer above colonel now wears level 4 NBC suits 24/7 and showers in bleach. Tank crews in Kharkiv refuse to button up. Terrified, the air inside their T-90s will rat them out. Conscript desertions spike 300% in a week. State TV runs Nazi gene weapons, then yanks it when the anchor's own DNA lights up a darknet watch list. Kiev tweets a single Wotan Eye HUD frame, crosshairs over a red silhouette, caption, "Your move." NATO liaisons in Ramstein nickname it the sniff of death. Pentagon quietly requests a quote for 200 pods, cash, no questions. Lessons learned. The battlefield is now full CSI. Any DNA you ever left, blood, spit, hair, semen, is weaponized. Command bunkers are sieves. Any vent big enough for air fits a Red Bull can drone. Deterrence trades in base pairs, not megatons. One cheek swab from 20 years ago cancels a 5-star general today. Punchline. Rheinmetall's Wotan Eye 2 adds facial recognition via pollen. The oak outside your dacha remembers your allergy profile. Sleep tight, comrades. The future of war is biology with a guidance package.